Hi guys, welcome to the Alchemist Star. I just took a shower. I did my hair super straight, like that pin straight shit. And you know what? I just started trying the cut waters, White Russian. They're really good. There's like this huge craze about it, so I wanted to try it out. A coworker of mine was telling me, but yeah. Let me see what's going on with you guys. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, guardian angels. Thank you for your love, guidance, protection. Please send my friend protection on these messages. What messages do we have for the collective? I missed y'all. I love coming. This is like therapeutic to me. Love never ends. You know something? Let me tell you a story, okay? Because this might relate to you. Sometimes there's love that you'll never forget. Sometimes there's love that you will always remember as what you thought or who you thought would be the one, right? And soulless, and that's exactly what I'm saying. You could love somebody, right? But sometimes they might not be for you. Wow! They might not be for you. Look at letting go and soulless. So you can love somebody, but they might not be for you. And it's a sad situation because of course it's like, you know, maybe you had planned a future, maybe you had hopes, you know. Now let me tell you a story. There was a person I really liked recently. Okay, I really liked them. Honestly, I think that if the circumstances were just a little different, probably would have married the dude, you know. But there were things I couldn't overlook, okay? There were things I couldn't overlook. Like, communication is very important to me. Like, I don't like when I feel like a side piece. I don't like when I feel like there's not enough communication. I don't like when there's not honest communication. Or like there's that secretive shit. Like, I don't like none of that. I lay all my shit on the table. Like, this is me, blah blah blah. Like, and I'm trying to find an equal, right? And that's how it should be. Like, whatever you're putting out, you should be getting back, okay? When you start to feel like, yeah, this person had great personality, they're this and that, but then they have these character flaws that are hard to build relationships on. So like, you could love somebody, they could be so nice and good for you, but you might have to leave them alone because they're displaying character flaws that would indicate to you that they're not trustworthy, or that they're not someone that you can be open to, because they're only gonna give what they want to give. They're not gonna give equally. Feel me? So this is what leaves you with self-love. This is where self-love comes in, and you kind of have to be like, you know what? I love myself enough to know that even though I love this person, I really like this person, it's not enough. And then this is the next step, which is letting go. Look at that, and independence is right under that. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then even dependencies under that. This is talking about coming into loving yourself more than the love you have for other people. Because there was a time we were codependent, right? You made a judgment call. Some of you it was a hard judgment call. Some of you made a very tough decision because you really loved somebody. But this was the situation. They just I don't know if it's not capable. I don't know what to say. Okay? They weren't stepping up. Look at you. I come to clarify the solace with loving yourself. That's a new beginning. That's you investing in yourself. That's you putting the time, effort, and commitment into yourself. Instead of somebody else that's not putting that same effort into you, you're putting it into yourself. Some of y'all aren't moving forward with people because they're not stable. They might have portrayed to be stable, but they might not be stable. This right here tells me I'm not taking actions towards this person because they're unstable. That's why I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be disappointed because this person could have portrayed something that they're not. Okay? What's letting go? Whoa, this wanted to come out. Yeah, the other reason that this is the secret that's being revealed to you. This is the part where I don't like the nice the part where like the nice person that's actually like a wolf in sheep's clothing. So the person that acts innocent, that's not very innocent. You know, these secrets are being revealed, and they are associating with the reasons why you're letting go. Okay, they're character flaws. They're things that you're like, okay, I can see now why you've been single this long, or okay, I can see now why your relationships haven't been working, because you're not doing no work. You're not working on yourself to like learn emotional maturity, learn how to be a better lover. Like, you aren't learning from the lessons that you might have been told before. Like, I know some of the things that I was told in relationship that I needed to change about myself because it was neglectful, or it was inconsiderate, or it was, you know, as being a partner. Okay, and I listened to those judgments, and I've worked on myself for those things, to be honest with myself, to say, you know what, I could be a better lover in this area, because I do lack that. Okay, sometimes I'm too masculine, sometimes I'm too domineering, and I have to understand, like, I have to like let the man be the man sometimes. And I always want to like control the shit, like, because it makes me feel safe, but I have to understand, like, it might make other people feel uncomfortable. So I have to work on that trait of myself, my character flaw, where I'm like that, so people feel comfortable with me. You know what I'm saying? It's about self-reflection and healing. Look at this. So you're basically, it fell right on the love never ends. So this is like a breakup where you're heartbroken over it, but you're like, it was for the best. If you really think about it, it was for the best. Yeah, look at the end of something. You released a burden. Do you see what I'm saying? You guys have to understand, sometimes you're gonna have to let go of things. Look at this, you released the idea of a 10 of Pentacles with somebody. You just chose it to be over because it wasn't good enough. Okay? And that's okay. And that's okay. And this was clarifying independence. You're choosing to release the burden to say, this isn't good enough for me. I'm ending this. Death card in reverse means finality. I'm ending this. And the 10 of Pentacles talks about, like, the person you would be building an empire with, the house, the home, the material abundance that you build with somebody. The 10 of Pentacles is literally family, empire, okay? But you're releasing, you feel like this 10 of Pentacles you tried to build with somebody was a burden, so you released it by ending it and being independent. Okay? Some people don't understand it's not about the money. Okay? Sometimes people think that just because they have money that will buy off or offset their character flaws. It's not. Unless the person is a very if they're some of these people are looking for people who are enablers and codependents, because they know that person's going to rely on them, okay, to deal with their character flaws, because they're making it up with money. What do you do when someone doesn't give a fuck about your money? What are you going to do when you actually have to be a lover and you actually have to be emotionally available, and like someone's not going to accept anything less? Okay? What's the advice here? I'm just being honest. Like, it's just, that's the reality sometimes. And that's an act of self-love, that you don't give a fuck about look at this. This is about relationships and marriage. See how this person is like a priest who's marrying two people. Sometimes this is a person who's teaching two people. But overall, this talks about traditions and overall standing when it comes to your morals and principles. And some of you carry that above money or any type of thing. Like, you can't be bought. You can't, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it's not enough, because it's like, I need somebody that's on this type of time, not just using things to make me be okay with the bullshit. Feel me? That's what's being revealed to you. And it's very unhappy, because it makes you feel like, you know, this is what's being revealed about people, whether they are on the same type of time with the morals and principles, and they're going to love you and work on themselves, work on their character flaws. Like, you know, these are people who might not be emotionally available. They don't know how to hug and love their partner. Their partner's giving them all love and affection, but they don't know how to give affection to their partner. Their partner's telling them their needs, and they're ignoring their person's needs because they think that because they have money they can buy it off. That's not love, yo. And if you're not willing to work on yourself and listen to your partner and their needs, or be considerate of that, then you don't deserve that person. You feel me? But that's why I said that people are looking for enablers, because they want people to just deal with that instead of doing the fucking work and work on themselves, their character flaws, where they could be better as a partner, so that they can stop getting in relationships and going through the same cycle because they still don't want to learn. You feel what I'm saying? That's the end of the reading, y'all. Okay? I love you. Bye.